Hey Harry, so I'm going to do this in a 45-minute block now. Hopefully, no interruptions and distractions or anything. Let's start with question one. So, question one is, how do I feel right now? I feel pretty good. I feel like I wake up every day feeling quite happy. That's been kind of the default for the last 5 weeks or so, but today feeling even better because I've just had a 4-day conference, and it was amazing. It was really good. Had a lot of breakthrough sessions. I was able to get a few new clients um, from that conference because I just met so many amazing people who are really starting out on their journeys as well, and we got along so well. So, being able to be the coach of these new people is really, really cool. Um, I guess I feel like I feel like I'm getting a better handle of my structure and my day, and really being able to, wake up in the morning and make my bed and drink a glass of water and go for a walk, do my YouTube video, um, do any calls I need to do, and yeah, like definitely a lot better than I was when I first started, when I didn't really know what my day looked like or how to kind of structure it. So yeah, now feeling a lot more calm and at peace with how I want to set up my business, how I want to set up my day to day, and yeah, basically just do the best for my business and the best for Invincible Co going forward. So yeah, I feel pretty happy, pretty calm. All about peace and love. We're living in a place, we're living in a period in the world where it is a bit uncertain. So I think being our strongest selves for the people around us and for ourselves as well is going to, you know, bring about the most change and bring about the most positivity in kind of some difficult times for a lot of people. So it's not the time to attract into fear. It's the time to have overwhelming love for everybody. Um, sorry. What is my average day or week like? Um, I guess working quite a bit. So I do take quite a few calls during the week. Maybe I'd say about 20, sometimes 50 calls. I have a lot of inbound leads coming in, so being able to kind of handle that and work with that. So handling inbound leads and doing fun little projects like this. I work with my business coach. I actually just wrote out a schedule, so this is not even for this, but I guess it's relevant. It's like my Monday to Sunday. I do video content in the morning. I work with my business coach on a few days, like at 5 a.m. or 4 a.m. now because of the time difference. I do client work, networking, creating resources, creating content during kind of the 9 to 11 a.m. A lot of client work, so basically talking to clients, like whether it's sessions, I think 11 a.m., 9 a.m., 11 a.m. are my busy periods, and then in between just doing any content and resources along there. And then noon to 12, I really like to spend this just on learning, education and learning. So whether that's with my business coach or whether that's with new practices that I can use with my clients, and I have courses. I'm getting my TLT NLP practitioner certs as well. So doing the certifications and quizzes and that sort of thing. And then 2 to 5, I feel like is my rest period because I do work quite late into the night. So 2 to 5, I guess, is my just kind of relaxation. Sometimes I'll go out. I have another entrepreneur friend who, likes to go to the beach and go adventurous, so sometimes go with them to do that and pick me up. And that's like really once a week max. And then otherwise, if there's events and stuff, like going to lots of women in business networking events, not so much now because of the lockdown that everyone's going on. But yeah, like, you know, just doing cleaning up, making food, maybe, yeah, just like cleaning the house. I think that's always a good thing to do. Maybe sometimes I'll nap during that time. Okay, and then from 5 till I guess 9, 5, 7, 7 to 9. So 5 to 7, I guess I am doing more work. So I go back to kind of the resources, working on miscellaneous things like presentations or speaking events or yeah, like really just networking. It's not the best time for me to network because I'm more in a zone to get work done. But then 7 till 9 is more client work. So I have some clients from the UK. So working with them, it's usually about that time. I think 8 to 10 p.m. 8 to 7 to 9, 8 to 10 p.m. And yeah, just working with them on what they're dealing with, what they're going through. Sometimes it's life, sometimes it's more business coaching, and then it's bad. But I used to have like a really good sleep schedule, but recently I think like 9 to 11, like 11 to 1. I used to sleep at like 10 p.m. but 9 to 11, 11 to 1. That's when I reply to a lot of my LinkedIn messages because I just feel more awake at that time. So yeah, my schedule's kind of like from 5 a.m. to 1 a.m. I mean, no, that sounds bad, but like usually I wake up at like 7, so 7 a.m. to 11 p.m. And yeah, I just noticed that I'm more awake in my networking frame of mind at night, so I do that at night. I used to kind of spend more time with friends. I guess I socialize with friends about 3 to 4 times a week, maybe. Like just a dinner or just go out somewhere. So yeah, I think it's pretty balanced. I kind of miss work a lot if I'm away from work for too long. Probably if I'm away from work for more than 6 hours, I start to miss work a lot. So I just really enjoy doing work and working with my clients and just enjoying this period of my life, I guess. Yeah, I think I went through my morning routine. I do self-study, so at school. Work is a big part of my life. I think after doing this, I spend about 70 to 80 hours in work. I wrote it down somewhere. Maybe 70 to 80 hours in work. Oh, here. So 168 hours total. 56 hours sleeping, 75 hours work, 37 hours including social, gym, walk, dating. Yeah, so it's not too much. I think between travel, probably see other people 2 to 3 or 4 times a week, and gym I've been going a bit less. I used to go like 4 times a week, 4 to 5 times a week for an hour each time, but now it's more like twice a week, maybe 30 minutes to 45 minutes. I do always go for a walk in the morning, at least 30 minutes each day. So I think that's a good way to counterbalance the work that I just like what feels manageable for me. So family drama. Oh, wow, it's really bright. Family drama, not so much. I'm pretty close with my family. I think they're awesome. They're super loving and caring, and they really support me in what I'm doing, which is hard to find in Asian parents. Tell us about one of the most stressful times in your life. Definitely when I was starting the company, before I had my business coach, I think. So I didn't know what I was doing. I felt really like depressed. I had really tough moments where I was getting like cold, hot sweats at night, and I just couldn't wait to go to sleep because I didn't know what else I should be doing. Um, yeah, I think that was really stressful. I feel like my life has been pretty easygoing. Um, I guess, yeah, studying was never a big like stressor for me. I felt pretty happy with how it was going. Studies was never a really big part of what I stressed about. Um, I guess it was more other people's pressure on me when I was studying. So I went to a selective school, and it was quite competitive in that way. But even in year 11 and 12, I feel like studies wasn't my main prerogative. It was about going out there and exploring things while I still could, while I was young. So in year 11 and 12, I really got to know more about myself, and started socializing more, became more of a social butterfly, and had a lot of events. And this was the same for first and second year, maybe first year. Second year, I got a bit more serious about working. Yeah, I've always worked a lot. My first year, I worked 7 internships. My second year, I worked. It was like always 3 to 4 to 5 jobs at a time, but it never felt too stressful. I think because I really enjoyed learning. Oh, I did have a panic attack at one point, which was, I think, third or fourth year. And it's always from this choice paralysis kind of thing. So what happened was I just got into offers from 2 really great companies. Sorry, it's a bit loud. Something's happening in the other room. But yeah, I'd gotten 2 offers. This was probably my last year of uni, so fourth year. I was really interested in finance. I just gotten back from Canada. I was living in Canada for 2 years, and then just gotten back, deferred my uni degree, went back to my uni degree, and I had a job to the ASX as a client liaison executive, and had a job with Big Stone, which was an asset finance company. And I wanted to do both, but Big Stone, they said they wanted me for 3 days a week, and ASX said they wanted me for 12 to 20 hours a week. And I had interviews for them like right one after the other, and I was accepted to both. And I thought I could do both, but I was also like studying full time, and my degree was very, very intense. It was, I think, it wasn't maybe like 10 to 20 hours class time, but the projects that we had to do, it would take like 20 to 40 hours, like at least, because they expected so much from us, and we had a portfolio due like every week, so it was like 15 portfolios a semester. It was absolutely insane. But I am super thankful for it because I was able to learn so much, and I think that's what's really led me to have the work ethic and discipline that I have now. It really drilled that into me, so I'm grateful for that. So yeah, I had this panic attack. I think it was after my first day at Big Stone, and I was going to have my induction at ASX the next day. So I had accepted both, and I'd signed contracts for both, and I was just like, I couldn't tell which one to take on because they both had their pros and cons. So Big Stone, it was like a big team, so I'd be starting with a lot of people, and ASX would be just one. It would just be me starting with a team of 2 ladies, but that would have been great as well because, I hadn't worked with too many female kind of corporate ladies before. So yeah, I think I was just very lost, very confused at the time, and yeah, and I had a panic attack the night before going into ASX because I felt like, oh my god, I am so unsure. How could I have the time to do both of these things, given the time commitment that I needed for my uni and for both jobs. But then a year later, realizing that Big Stone didn't need me for 3 days, and they ended up being quite misogynistic there and a bit racist. And I kind of always thought, oh, what would it have been like working at ASX? But I mean, yeah, it's okay. Kind of part of life. So yeah, stressful definitely. Starting business, not really knowing what to do without a business coach, and then I think that's given me a lot of joy in being able to give that clarity to my clients now in their journeys, because I didn't have it when I started, and I would have really appreciated having it when I was going through what I went through. Um, so yeah, that would be my stressful time. It was like a very specific period. I think maybe 2 months ago now, when I was transitioning out of life coaching into business coaching, and I just had no idea how to go about it. I've learned so much, so much in this last week, in the last few weeks, but specifically this last week, that I can really give to my clients again, which is great. Oh my god, there's so many. Alright, here's a quick check-in. So, what are some problems I see in the world? I see a lot of fear, I see a lot of negativity, I see a lot of living our lives for others. So not doing things because we want to, but doing things because other people will accept that. Other people will think that other people will like. Those are the things that other people will accept, and I think that's really sad, because we need to go out there and kind of just do what we feel is right for us versus doing what is always the safest option, because that's how you let life pass you by. I think I'm a big believer, big supporter of environmental conservation, working in Malaysia, Thailand, and Japan on those projects, working with UNESCO, sustainable development projects, working in Japan with ocean energy, renewable sources of energy, and in Malaysia working on content to present to high schools all around Malaysia. So it was all about BFPP. It was all about recycling, and I created an entire entire course all on my own, because everyone else didn't have English as their first language, so I did a lot of that, but it was great. It was really good, and yeah, I think it really helped a lot of the high school students in Malaysia to know more about recycling, and I learnt a lot as well, because all the numbers, like I think 1 to 7 of the recycling containers, just like knowing what each of them were, what each plastic had in it, and how you could recycle it. Problems in the world. Yeah, I think just ego and hate and negativity, and it ruins everything. Nothing can actually get done in politics, because everyone has such a big ego about like, oh, I need to be right, and it's not about that. I believe in a world where everyone is happy enough with themselves that we can just spread positivity to each other, instead of trying to like push our anger and our hate to others, because there's just life is just too short for so much negativity. We need to band together and really understand that we're here for each other, and that if we all help each other grow and move up, then we'll be so much better for it. So much better. It's really negative emotions, limiting beliefs, believing that we're not good enough. That actually affects people more than we think it does. It affects ourselves for sure, but it also affects everyone we interact with. So working from the inside out, I think everyone needs to do personal development. Everyone needs to put in the effort and be more self-aware and ask themselves those tough questions, so that we can all live in a better place together. Okay, tell us about some of the best times of your life. So best times of my life. I feel like now, maybe. I feel like this year has been such a blessing because I've been able to learn so much in such a short time. It's been really tough. It's been really tough as well. But I think doing things for myself has given me a new sense of freedom that I would have never explored otherwise. I'd always done a lot in my life. I've always been a massive overachiever, traveled to over 10 countries in 4 years, and they're all on scholarship. I barely spent anything, I think less than 10 grand on 4 or 5 years of travel. But I think it was just always for other people. It was always like, sure, I wanted to go, but it was like, oh, this will look impressive to a resume or a CV, or this will, everyone was always saying to me, like, wow, you're always traveling, like, Bella, when are you ever in Sydney? And I think I was talking to a counselor about it as well, and it was reputation management. It was it was just like understanding that because I'd started on it, I couldn't get off of it. And this whole journey of starting my own company, starting Invincible Co, and letting go of what people think of me, I think it's been really freeing. I think it's been a process that has led me to let go a lot more. Let go a lot more of my limiting beliefs, let go a lot more of kind of why I am who I am, and kind of understand who I am regardless of what others think of me. Describe one of your life experiences that has made you who you are today. I kind of want to say, being a bit redundant, that might be thinking too like short term, like recently. I think like when I was going for that job, actually after I graduated, I had 7 job offers. 7 job offers. Like, it was a lot. And I couldn't decide which one to take. And even when I started, I wasn't sure that I'd take the right one. One of the jobs I had was actually to travel to the States. It was I think San Diego, Chicago, and Boston. Yeah. To work on the software, so it's like Salesforce and Marketo and HubSpot. And I always kind of wondered what if, but I just got back from Canada. I didn't really want to go away again. But I had another job at Digital Alchemy, which was a bit lower paying. Oh, so many issues with that. It was crazy. But and I'm actually really glad that I took this job, not because of the growth. Like, sure, there was that, and I did grow more as a person in terms of not worrying as much about what people thought of me. I used to be so shy in the workplace, and that really affected me for a long time. Yeah, it really affected me for a long time in terms of just being so polite and shy, because that's what I always thought I needed to do, and working at Uber Brand helped me to get over that and actually become friends with the people I was working with. That was about mid-year, and then when I was being redundant, I realized that it all happened for a reason, and everything happened as it did so that I could start Invincible Co, so that I could do this work, so that I could help other people start their businesses and really build their lives from scratch as well. So I'm pretty thankful for it. Nothing crazy has really happened to me. I feel like a lot of people have something traumatic that's happened to them, but I can't really think of anything for me. Like, no one around me passing away or anything. I've had good relationships. I think I'm kind of excited to see what this brings out. I don't know what those 9 things are. Um, okay, if you could change three things in your life, what would they be and why? So, definitely one of them would be, I feel like in this coaching business, in this coaching journey, sorry, in this coaching journey, there are certain levels that you kind of upgrade to. And so, you know, you start, well, for me at least, this is what I see it as. You start with one-to-one coaching, and then you move into group coaching, and then maybe you do courses and then like membership, speaking events, retreats, stuff like that. So I feel like I'm in the one-to-one and group coaching space at the moment, but I would love to just do more, to influence more people and to help more people. But I need to sit in this and grow organically, but that's like kind of killing me because I just want to help as many people as I can, like regardless of money, regardless of everything. I just want to be a positive impact in people's lives, and I think, you know, you need to build up that influence, you need to build up that following, and you need to build up that authority. But yeah, it's just like not happening quick enough. So three things would be being able to just like skip a few of the steps in this coaching journey so that I can help more people. Two is like my influence and following, just having more people to talk to. And three, I guess just like providing those results as soon as possible for my clients. I know it's a process, but it just kind of pains me when I can't, you know, directly help them enough. Like I would love to just do all the work for them and get them clients, but I know it's that process for them to work through it as well. Yeah, if that makes sense. Is that three things? I'm just gonna go with that. So number 7 is, how would you describe your life message? The message you feel your life speaks to others around you. So, I love this question. I think for me, it's all about positivity and growth. Those are my values, and I love that. I love that when you know, interact with new people, they're always like, oh, you know, being around you just makes me happier, or, you know, your energy, your high vibe, your positivity just, you know, makes my day better. And I want that to be a normal thing that everyone feels, everyone experiences every day, the people around them, and that's the energy that they can give off to everyone as well. Even if you're more introverted or quiet, like, I think you can still give off good energy. And I just want more people to be alright with their life, and forgive themselves and accept themselves for kind of what they're going through, and be okay with, you know, not having everything that they might want at the moment because they're working towards it, or at least they're thinking about it, you know, like having more self-awareness in people, to reflect, like, oh, I've just went on this one date recently, and they just like didn't know themselves at all. It was just such a shallow conversation, and I was just not enjoying it. But yeah, being able to have those deep conversations and make it more mainstream. I've always been one for deep and meaningful conversations, but being able to really normalize that for everyone, especially males, because a lot of the time I think, you know, you don't have as much of a outlet for it. But females too, it can be very shallow female friendships. It's all about like who's the prettiest, or, you know, I think there needs to be better ways to explore yourself that come easier to people, and just able to self-reflect more. So my life message would really be about spreading positivity to others and living this life for you. Just like F it all, you know, just do Do things because you want to. Do things because that's what lights you up. That's what gives you life, you know, rather than just living in someone else's dream, you know. It's just life is just too short to like let someone else decide. I feel like when I wake up, I'm in a completely different world. I don't know how that sounds, but this world of personal development, this world of growth, self-growth, and having people around me that really, really push me to be my best self. I think that's what everyone should have in their life, but may not have. And that makes me just want to help them, grow, to help them grow. So always be learning, and work in yourself, because you're your biggest investment, you're your biggest asset in life. What is the biggest challenge in your life right now? What do I really care about? My clients. I really care about my clients. I really care about my business. Career is definitely number one for me right now. I really care about myself, my sanity. I'm really trying not to like have crazy expectations, because I know that doesn't bring out the best in anyone. I really want to make genuine connections and work with people that I genuinely like and want to work with. I think when you're first starting out, it's always like, will I be able to provide the best value or offer the most value, because you don't have that track record. But if you don't start, how are you going to? My biggest challenge is just my clients being happy with my service. I want to be there for them always, and finding that balance of like starting with new clients. You know, if I have 5 clients, one-on-one coaching, that's kind of enough. But then do I want to... Hey, just back from a little kerfuffle. Challenge right now, yeah, sales, like just being able to sell in the best way. I just don't want to come off... I know I can help people, I just don't want to come off like too salesy, or like, you know, something called the point of betrayal. You know, it's just like I know how valuable what I have is. Being able to be like, this is the cost, and let's start working together, and just like, yeah, it's a bit weird. But yeah, and like balancing. Okay, I have 5 clients now, not a one-to-one, but I could take on like 20 to 30 clients if we did group coaching. And how would that work? You know, how would I transition into that, and what would be the best way? What's the most ethical? Yeah, just making business decisions like that. I think that's my biggest challenge. Just not knowing what is the right way to do it. What's the best for my clients? What's the best for me? What's the best for my journey and stuff as well. And number 9. Whoa, what is this? Why is it every time I turn around? Weird. Number 9 is, what would your ideal life be like in 10 years? This is something that, you know, you really think about a lot in self-development space. My life in 10 years, I'd be what, 32, turning 33. I guess having traveled a bit, I mean, not even traveled, like relocated quite a few times, so having to go to the States. Um, I think it wouldn't be massively different. I'd still be working at Invincible Co. Um, I would have built it up, built it up from nothing. My domain would have expired, so I'd have to buy it again. um, yeah, my goal for this year is to help 150 businesses, 150 individuals start their own businesses. So by that time, you know, including courses and webinars and workshops and all this fun stuff that happens, maybe 10,000 businesses. I could be solely responsible for 10,000 businesses, like, succeeding. 10,000 businesses being fruitful in their journeys and being able to be a part of that. How special would that be? That'd be awesome. Money goals, I guess. My goal for this year is like 500 to 1 mil, so how exponential that would grow in 10 years. But really giving that money back. Really giving that money back to charity, back into the business, helping more people, just wanting to use money for good. I hope it's not too loud, there's a leaf blower outside. 10 years, maybe I have a family. I don't know. It's not a major deal for me right now. I feel like a lot of the people I've been seeing all want something serious, and it's just a lot right now as a 22-year-old. I kept saying I wanted something, you know, low-key or casual, but yeah, that's probably not the energy I was putting out, and a lot of people wanted. I wonder if you can hear me, but a lot of people wanted to become more serious, and I wasn't sure if I was able to give them that. So let's see if that changes over time. I think I'm still going to be a massive workaholic, and really hope that I can just give back more to the world. So whether that's doing more volunteering or really making money to give back, right? Because money doesn't add that much value to your life. It's more of a milestone or a checkpoint to show other people that you can do what you love and be successful from it. And that's my main idea of money. That's my main idea of money. Yeah. To be able to show others that you can live a life that is free, that is your own, and still enjoy. Hey, this leaf blow is still kind of going, but hopefully it's not as bad. So number 10 is, how do you feel answering these questions just now? And I feel good. I feel like this is something that I could do potentially like monthly, or just like for myself to check in with how I'm feeling and how things change. You know? I think I do know a lot of the stuff that I said. It wasn't like major breakthroughs or anything, but I'm starting to kind of reflect and understand that, you know, I tend to get really focused on something and then not exactly follow through. And that's something I want to work on, like my strategies and systems and structures and processes. I can do it for other people really well, but sticking to it myself is hard. I think like having that accountability factor to do that. When I was first looking through it, number 7 was hard to answer, but when I really got down to it, it wasn't. I think like the questions about life message, they will change over time. And it's all of my experiences, especially my travels overseas, that have led me to really understand myself better and understand what matters to me. You know, like education is really important, teaching English, in Taiwan, in a rural elementary school, you kind of, it goes to show that like people aren't bad at a language because don't learn it. They're bad because they have no one to practice with. They're bad because they're not confident, right? And it's always just comes to down to this personal development, self growth piece where you know, if you work on yourself, then everything comes to you. Like everything will just become so much easier. Everything will, like, the doors will really open up for you if you work on yourself. And I think not enough people understand that. Not enough people actually understand what that means to work on yourself, like to really self-reflect, to really, you know, invest in a coach or just go to a counselor or a therapist, or you know, exercise. Like working on yourself will will equal to so much more long-term growth. um, yeah, working on limiting beliefs, working on confidence, working on what breakthroughs you need to achieve that next milestone in life. um, yeah, I feel good. I feel like it was really productive. I feel like there's a few minutes until 45 minutes, so I'm just gonna keep rambling. Um, oh, okay. It just needs to be 40 minutes. I'm good. I'm good. Um, alright, can't wait to see the results of this. Hopefully I did it right. And we'll chat soon. Hey!